Hi there, welcome to another presentation of the Sound of Love Conference. Now we have Githa Ben David. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you very much, David.
Educated in the Royal Danish Academy of Music, Githa has studied classical Khyal, North Indian singing, regression therapy, healing, and is a recognized pioneer in vocal sound therapy. She's worked in this field for 36 years. Githa is a singer, composer, author, and leader of international education in vocal sound therapy. Author of 9 books, original in Danish. 6 of these books are translated to English. Singer, musician, and composer in 8 albums. GithaBenDavid.com or online GILALAI.com.
Githa Ben David DK.
Cool. What have you been up to lately?
I am into working with spirit much more than usual because we have miracles happening with the sound here.
I love it. I love it. Well, our big question is, if you had all the money in the world, what would you do to help people on the planet?
I would make a center where people could pass by and work with the sound and in that way expand their consciousness and learn how to pass the sound work to other people, because it's magic what the sound can do.
Cool. Where are you located?
I'm located in Jutland, Denmark, in the small town called Højby, in the middle of the countryside.
Cool, cool. Okay, well, tell us about your presentation.
Yes, as the last 4 months we have been working, me and my students, on tumors, because it happened once in a course in Spain that a huge tumor in a breast simply collapsed in 8 minutes when we sang on it. And there was a doctor present with a ultrasound scanner, and he saw it happening. That's why it is very, very good to, sorry, it's because the sound changed. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So it's very good that we have tested more tumors because we wondered what happened, and we just wanted people to be checked in the hospital after to be sure what was going on. And I think we have 40 tumors going down. It's not all of them, but that it will be influenced, but most of them. And we have like 3 or 4 students and me are doing it right now.
What are you doing?
We are using what I call the Hung Song, and I will show you this this evening how to do it, because it's really a miracle sound combined with the vowels that we probably all use to sing with, because the Hung Song will you can make a chaos in the water to make it all loose, and then you give the sound woo, and then we have a restructuring. So that's what I think is happening anyway.
Are you using intention as well?
Yeah, because when we use the focus of the Hung Song, it seems like we can move to exactly the place where the thing in the body is placed. For example, I could tell you now, I'm going to show you an example of a real person that is now in a hospice in California. You're also in California, so it fits. And she just came on here today, so I thought it will fit very well. One thing I would do to, for example, a cancer patient, but anybody that needs to strengthen their autoimmune or to strengthen their endocrine system, would be to go into the endocrine glands. And with a Hung Song, you can be very precise. It's like sharpening a pencil. Instead of saying the undertone or big sound, that would be too rough for the brain, the hung will be like sharpened, and it will say And then I would imagine going down into the brain and just imagining going to the center of the brain to get the pineal gland. And I tested it on myself, and it worked. So it's a play. We are playing, and when it works, we are happy. And you can actually, like a drill, you can go and shake it, so that all the calcium and all the fluoride that's sitting there and making our consciousness numb will jump off, and that's it. And then you just need to detox a little bit, maybe a little bit headache you'll get, but it will get out. So for example, I would say, going to the pineal gland, just imagine the center of your brain, and if you have a bird head inside your head, you can imagine a bird sitting in there. That's the central nerve system. In the neck of that bird's head, the pineal gland is situated, and you will get it. It's shaped like a small pine knot, usually in our age, maybe a little bit bigger if you are younger. And then it's shaped in a spiral shape, like a cone, and there are crystals inside it. And it's really central for spiritual growth. And we need that now. So that I will do to the woman that we're going to heal. And you can follow me when I do it. And then I will do it to the peak of the bird's head. That's the hypothalamus. And the opposite heart out of the peak hanging here is the pituitary. And then I will go to the thymus gland. I have them also here. Maybe it's too small. I have it in my book here. I'll go here. We have all them here. Anyway, I'll tell you. Here is this, not the thymus, the thyroid, and the thymus gland here. The thymus gland is very important when you have a cancer or you need your immune system to be activated, because here the T cells are matured. That's the high school of the T cells. They are made in the bone marrow, but the T cells, the killer cells of the cancer, is the high school finished here, educating. So if that is weak,
in the thymus.
Yeah. So you better stimulate it. And what can you stimulate it with? Hung Song. And you see, this sound is similar to the bee's humming or to the cat's purr. And therefore I have also got bees in my garden now. Now it's too cold for them, but I made a bench, an apitherapy bench, to have the sound of the bees, and it really is nice. Anyway, I'm going on what I'll do to this cancer woman patient. Thymus gland, I will check that. Adrenal glands, she has no problem with the pancreas, so I won't go into that, but you could also do that if you have a sugar problem. Then I would go down to the ovaries, because it's a woman, and of course the men will take the testes or whatever they like down there. So then you can go through all up through the spine if you want, and then come back to the pineal gland. That round I usually do.
So you're not really focusing on the cancer, you're just doing the endocrine gland, endocrine system.
I am going to focus on the cancer.
Okay.
But it's good you ask me, because it's important, because when we take the cancer, the body should be able to excrete. Let's say a tumor will be going down. We cannot know. We can never know anything. It's faith, huh? But if it would go down, the body should be able to excrete it. So the immune system needs to verify it, what it is, and we have to strengthen it. And now in this case, this woman, she has a uterus cancer, so it's based on the endocrine system also, the hormonal system. So therefore I would do that. And then also the liver, which is on the right side, like a triangle here, rip. That I would also check that it can really kick it out. Because if they have a big problem, then we have to work on that first. And then I go to the real stuff in the end, to the place where the cancer is placed. And maybe, and that's another thing that I found out with the Hung Song, and I just want to share it because it has really a lot of effect. It is that you can activate your meridians with it. And because I'm not a specialist in the meridians, I just know where the 12 basic ones are. And you can do it to yourself if you know them, just to do them. and follow them, and then you are actually like this and balanced. So I might check maybe her bladder meridian because of the uterus, or the kidney meridian, which going through the uterus. So you understand a little bit how anatomically we can work here.
Great, excellent.
Before I was very loose, I just went and it also worked, but now we can go very precise. And one of the things I'm really up to is this hung, because I know it's not so clear here, but I will anyway try it. Maybe people can make a big screen. But it is that there is a small sinus up here, a small cave. I'll just do it a little bit close. A small cave here, and the pituitary is just in the red spot here, and the other side of that cave. That means when we will sing hung, then the hu or the hung, the O-U, will place it up. But if you would say hung, it's going more back.
Can I practice? Can I practice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or
It's important that it's closing. That all the air will go through the nose. So if you close your nose, it should be. Yeah. Yes.
More like that.
Yes, but without singing.
Okay.
Yes, now it's coming. I'm sure that will do.
Cool.
So sometimes people can't express it. It's not because then they need to sing what I call the note from heaven, because my basic training is with my education is to people to sing the note from heaven, and that means on the to work on surrendering and to get the ancient voice out of them. Because if you get the ancient voice, then you start to feel who you are. You know about that, I'm sure many of you, because when you get the voice from down the stomach and start to be true and you express yourself, then what would happen in the note from heaven, or what I call the note from heaven, is that you're getting into a state of kind of oneness, because your ancient voice will be the bridge to the oneness where past, present, and future will merge together. And in this condition that you're going into, you can change anything, you can heal anything.
It seems like it makes me think of the key of your voice, which is the note that takes the least amount of energy to make.
Yeah.
Right. So it's just you open your mouth and let it come out. No singing. No.
Yeah, like this, exactly, and no filter at all. You know. And when you do this for 1 hour, then you start to be there.
Do it for an hour.
We do that often.
Oh wow, cool.
I have not been practicing it for some time. I actually need it, but I did it when I was 25. Now I'm 61, so it's been a long journey, 36 years. And it caught me, and I was a musician, saxophone player, and I was in the Academy of Music Conservatorium, and I was doing very well. I was sold for that one note, and so I couldn't stop doing it.
But
so,
I played clarinet,
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I played bass clarinet. I was first chair. There's only one chair in bass clarinet.
But that sounds well.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's happening is that the note from heaven was leading to that also you can sing yourself free of traumas. I won't talk too much about this if we should go into the healing also of that woman. And also, that's a full part. It's like 3 days of my 1 week education. It's really an important issue to get out the traumas that will keep your voice down. It can be sitting and your breath will be restricted from traumas. So when you sing into it and embrace it with a note from heaven, then it means that you will embrace it with the one you truly are, with the notes somehow. Yeah, you can experience it when you see it. Then you're embracing it, and then it will be evaporating somehow. The energy will be set free. And we're changing the stories and all these bad things we think about ourselves. We're changing it while people are into that singing, because then they're in oneness and we can change it.
Nice.
Yeah, but and then the next step that came was this sound healing, and I found that I can scan a body with my voice. So that means that I could go, for example, to you. Where do you have some problem in the body, just the area, David?
Oh, me? Oh,
yeah.
Oh. So I've got a few blood clots. I think in my left leg.
Okay, I'll go into it.
Okay.
I'll see where it is.
Okay, I think it's from COVID.
Oh, yeah, that could be. I'll ask for love and light for David. So it's on the outside?
Middle of the upper leg,
Yeah.
back of the knee,
Yeah.
and then middle down in the calf.
Okay. This sound, I can't make it unless there's a trauma. My voice will tell me when there is a trauma, and this is my signal for a trauma, and that I need to give it sound in that place. So I'm going up from your foot now, over the ankle. Okay, here's something in the back, a little bit side, a little bit back. I go on to see where there are more. Okay, now we registered, and I'll give them a real sound. One of them is really stubborn. Small blood clot. We like you to be you have to be going away, because David, he needs his blood to flow in his legs. I'll try a little bit more. Ask for love and light. Yes. Good. I take the others again. Yeah, come on, blood flow. That, can you take it away? Yeah, that should be enough for now.
Thank you.
So we'll see if it crossed.
Yeah, I could feel the energy flowing through my leg for sure.
Oh, you could?
Yeah.
And that's an old thing. I mean, there were very many bad things in the Corona time, but we learned that we could do this on the internet.
Cool.
So that's a huge thing. Yesterday I was sound healing an old elder woman from Jerusalem. She's 86 years old, and she had her doctor with her. And I mean, it's really strange. You're sitting and saying, you know. And then I said, okay, can you feel anything changed? It was just a few breaths. And then she said, yeah, one moment. Then the tumor was gone. It's not always happening so fast, but maybe Spirit wants the doctor to see it. So the medical...
Wow.
Yeah, but it seems like there's a tap opening up in the heaven right now. That's why it's special times.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So this medical doctor will now do an experiment with more clients with the breast cancer and tumors that we can see very clearly going up, down. And he will do it with an ultrasound scanner, and we'll do it online, me and my students.
Well, I can't wait to see.
I am looking forward for that.
Yeah. We're doing a bunch of shows on Netflix. It's called The Science Behind the Magic of Sound. And it would be really great to have you on there as well and get this out to the public. Yeah.
Oh,
cool.
Thank you.
Cool.
But better go to heal this woman. Shouldn't I do that? That people can join me, maybe?
Great.
So she's called Lynn, and she's in a hospice, and she has uterus cancer. And I think she's just quiet and open because I will just check to show you the amygdala hippocampus, which is here. You see my drawings are a little bit not in case, but this amygdala hippocampus is here. It's like if you were a ram horns going back, going into the nose here. Ram horns round, and then the amygdalas are where the temples are, deep inside, like two small, you can say, knots on the horns of the ram horns. So I'll just go through her nose and check, because that's the flee, flight or freeze reaction that's here. If she's in this condition, it's hard to receive the sound. So I will just loosen this up first. Ask for lower light for Lynn. Nothing there. I take the other side. No, she's quiet. Good, so I don't need to do any work here. Then we do the pineal gland. That was the center of the bird's head. It's actually here. We'll do the hypothalamus. That's the beak of the bird's head. Oh, here we have some problem. I just go on, it is also here. No, hypothalamus is a problem. I just take it. I go for the note that are most overtones in, and the vowel also. Still some here. Here we have it. Now it's stable, so we go on. Fine, no problem here. I will go to the thyroid. Lynn's thyroid. No problem. We go to the thymus, which was where the T cells, the killer cells for cancer, is living or grown. No problem. Wow. I go to the adrenal glands, which are in top of situated in top of the kidneys, deep inside the solar plexus, or also you can take them in the back, close to the spine. They're sitting like two triangles in top of the kidneys. Pyramids, you can say. Okay, here we have something. In the left side. So we better give it some sound. Ask for love and light for Lynn. Take it with a Hung Song to see if there's still trauma there. Loosened up, we go on down to the ovaries, and now we're coming close to the place where she has the cancer, and that's the uterus. But before we do that, we'll just take the ovaries, and we'll also take the liver. Left is fine. Problem with the right ovary. Really complaining. I can't get through with my voice. I better give it some real sound. Ask for love and light for Lynn's right ovary. Very good, no complaint. Liver, Lynn's liver. Ask for love and light for Lynn's liver. Under the right breast, out to the right side, like a big triangle, big inner organ. Okay, there was something here. The down part of the liver, down towards the tense intestines. We better just strengthen the liver before we go for the cancer, because the liver needs to be able to handle it if we get the cancer to be leaving the body. So I just strengthen it where the trauma sound is. So I take her liver from both sides now with the arms, hands. Quiet now, good. So we go for the uterus. So we will see what we can do, my dear Lynn. Go into it. Sorry, I go into your vagina. I will see where it is. Okay, the left side. Most in the left side. in her left side. That's a huge place, something going on there, big place, that there's some unbalance. Okay, we need to sing for it. Maybe we make an open undertone because that would take a bigger area, as it's kind of a big tumor she has. It's still less, it's a little bit smaller now, but it's still there. You can hear it on the trauma sound. Now we're trying to drill into it. We ask you, please, kindly, Cancer, I hope she learned what she should learn from you. Now you can leave the body, if that's all right, from God to do that. I ask for help from above. It seems like some higher spirit came. It feels like it anyway. Thank you very much, Spirit, for healing Lynn. Thank you for the healing of Lynn. We hope the best. No trauma sound anyway. Thank you.
Wow. Wow, the potential here is just so huge for this to really be
I tell you, it can change the world. This sound work, all the sound healers can do that.
Yeah.
They can change the world because there's huge potential in everything.
I love it. So I got a question. So since this is the Sound of Love conference, can you do some sound to open my heart more?
Yeah, when we sing the note from heaven, we open the heart.
Okay.
And I would say that, but also the breath needs to be opened. And I actually have a song. What is it? Yeah, that could fit for opening the heart also, but you want me to heal?
Sure.
Okay. Because if the solar plexus will be closed, then I'll go first to the solar plexus, then to the heart. Is that okay?
Okay.
I ask for my light for David and all the listeners that it might work for them too. Very nice solar plexus. When I heal your heart, I go into the heart meridian also, meaning that from this center of your heart, I will go to the armpits and out in your arms, on the inside of the arms, to the small, tiny fingers. I continue now. And I would also take the pericardium. This is the sac around the heart, because the pericardium is putting the protection. It's like protecting the heart and also putting the limits for it. So I just go around the heart sac. I do the Hung Song first to loosen it up. Because many times if you had corona, that can be an unbalance in the heart sac, pericardium. Yeah, there's an unbalance. It could be connected to the blood clots if it's due to corona. Very receptive one you have. It's also going out in the arms to the long middle fingers. Then I would take the small intestine meridian, because that's connected to the heart, and that's our intuition, gut feeling. Going to the shoulder blades. Neck, over the muscles here on the sides and to the jaw, up to the cheekbones, and to the ears. And now we will smile into the heart again. One of the most healing things for the heart is the humming. So that's why we hum for the babies, I think. But also, if you just wanted to be a sound healer, just humming could be enough, actually.
Thank you.
Thank
you. So, do you... Oh, that was beautiful. So, do you... I imagine you also work with the emotional issues that are often causing the physical issues?
Yeah.
How do you do that? You just...
There's some, about a third of my students would be able to do it, and myself too. When I started working with a note from heaven, when I closed my eyes and relaxed after, I would start to see films. I play like a dream, like films, but I could be awake while I see it, and I start to realize it's some kind of images that could have impact on myself emotionally. And I started also to see images when my students sing themselves into a true emotion, if it's a true expression. If it's not a true expression, you can't fake it, because then it will not be released. So when there's coming a little bit cry or a little bit you can feel emotion coming, then often I get an image. And these images can help the person to get it out, because I don't know what it's about, but the person might know it. And when they get an image that I don't know what it means, but they do, then that will sometimes help it to get out.
Nice.
Especially if you hit the right thing. And usually, it's quite often you do that. But you have to be ready not to say that you always know the truth. It's the receiver that decide if they can use it or not. So that's one of the parts. But it can also be that you just sense what's going on in that person and share it with the other one. The true listening, that you're present and listening to the other person while they give out their emotion, that's the healing part, I think, that you really listen to them.
Just to be heard.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share before we end?
I just will share that I believe that we are living in a fantastic time now. It's really rough times, but it's also fantastic times because it's opening for spiritual awareness in us all. And I am so grateful for especially all the students that just went into this, and now the healings just start to happen. We are not going to be alone, I'm very special, I can do this. No, we're going to be a full group of people doing this. So the more that we do it, the better.
So how about this? How about we imagine that everybody on the whole planet can do it. We can heal ourselves and heal each other, right? And imagine that's already happened.
Yes.
And let's make the sound of that.
The sound of that?
What would it feel like?
It would feel like one. The oneness is getting manifested. I think it would be an spiral feeling maybe. And the hallelujah or the om has that. And you can make it hallelujah, for example. Wow, we can do a nice interference in two voices. The interference, that one, that's really healing. Try one more time till we do it again.
Okay,
just be beside each other.
Okay, cool.
You start. Yeah, start. So I practice singing out of tune, because then you can get it.
Yeah, the binaural beats is beautiful.
Yeah. So another one could be Aum, because the Aum Actually, I was in India studying the Khyal singing, and I met a Drupad singer that was a teacher in the university, and he told me that the Om, the original Om, which the Drupad singers are using, is ha like R-O-U-N-G-M. And you can put an H in front of it also. So then you will have a lot of overtones and it will actually make a spiral. And that's Fibonacci sequence.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Well, thank you. How can people get in touch with you?
Not easy.
right, yeah.
I'm in Denmark, but I am in www.githabendavid.dk. I have a free practice CD. It's in with this vocal sound healing. This is a trilogy, the Danish one that has been translated to English, and that's the O books. But the free practice CD for this is in gilalai.com, and that's also in Githa Ben David DK. So you have to go under free downloads if you want.
Cool. Excellent. Well,
and I want to say I also wrote a book, Heal the Pineal.
Oh.
And that can be read now as an ebook but it's not out yet. I didn't do the big work. I hope they will come running to make it, but I didn't. I just printed it myself. And then there's help, and that's because you can detox with the sound too. And this is the toxins, of course, here. So also that.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for all your work, and thank you for your presentation.
And thank you so much for doing this work you're doing. We couldn't do without it. You know, we need everybody to be gathered.
Right.
All the good powers.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
See ya.